Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Mr. Bravo's workshop. So today, unfortunately, I have to work on my vacuum cleaner because it broke. So let's have a look at it. Well, here you can see the vacuum cleaner. It was played up a little bit the other day. And today it's completely stopped. And before we go and buy another one, okay, we have to do a retake because what happened to my head in the other one? Anyway, let's get serious about pulling this thing apart. Here it is upside down, and I guess we will get into it. First thing we're going to do is basically remove any accessories. So. Also gives us a better idea of where all the screws are once all these are missing. And we'll put the parts kind of together. So the visual look looks like we have three here. So let's quickly get this off so they can easily, no, just decoration. Is it worth pulling the other side off? Probably not. Removing this. Remove the brush. Any screws in here. We have to ask ourselves, what holds this thing together? Hack into it. How are we going to get it open? Good question. Does it open this way? Not bloody likely, as they say. I guess they don't really want you getting into this thing. That's just bad luck for them. I mean, I've never pulled one apart before, have you? Yeah. Yep. Oh God. What's going on here? They certainly got it slammed together. Let's have a look this way. Wow. Like, I've pulled things apart before, but probably never as tough as this. It's the top that's got to come off. Holy cow. So far, this sucker's built good. Now we're in. Oh, help me. Like seriously. I've seen some hard stuff before. And I think what's happening here, that lip, like trying to kill a dead fish. Let's get another couple more screwdrivers. Right. That's better. I think we've got something here that's hanging onto it. How does it let go? Still hanging on. I think we've got something here. Yeah. You never know. They might actually build these things not to come apart. So once we get inside, we'll actually see properly how you're supposed to get in there. Come back in a minute. Anyway, let's get serious about pulling this thing apart and try it one more time. Right. Maybe not. Okay. Possibly, maybe not. Okay. Let's get serious this time and really open it up the right way. Yeah, about there. Okay. Dustbin out. If we unclip this. Hey Google, it's dark.
You're right. Is that better?
Thank you, it is better. That's exactly what I thought, mister. Now we're cooking. Alrighty, so basically that just clipped on, so once you get under it you can get into it. So this piece we no longer need. Right. Right, let's start off with some here. I like how they give you little arrows, like take this one out. This one has an arrow here. Right, here we have it. Right, that piece comes off. Can I show you? Yes, I can. That piece right there. That took way longer than expected. If you're wondering how that piece comes off, it goes inside like this. You push on the little tab there, it will release, and then you pretty much pluck it out. Hey, what do we have here? So this thing was grinding, like 2 gears had gone in it. Hear that grinding noise? That is not normal. Alright, so go, but I try to leave them. That one goes that side. That one we'll put under here for that side. Pair of pointy nose to push in the switch and pull out the lead. Push in the switch, pull out the lead. Okay, so let's pull the motherboard out the way. Right, now that should be the motherboard free. Well, that didn't help as much. Yeah, so here we go, we're getting closer. This motor is the problem. It has no problem driving around. It's pretty clean considering kind of what it's been through. So this gear here is the one that seems to have the problem, and I think that is a drive gear not only for the main brush but for these as well. So I think the gear that's gone inside here is from the motor to the brush. So it looks like there's a couple of screws here, so let's get that off. What does that one do? That one does not much. By the way, there's a motor there, which I don't really want to pull out. It looks like it's giving me no choice. Motor screw. Motor screw. This way. Now we're cooking. Whoa, did you see that? Be very careful here. But let's pull this one off. So what we're after remove this plastic case here. Now, one here. There's one more here. Probably some technician somewhere looking, going, no, you're doing it wrong. I think what we'll do, just to double check, take this sensor out. Right. Take that out of the way. She's no longer part of the equation. Right. So now we have really good insight into here. See what's really going on here. I can see probably why it might have jammed up and tore the gear out. I guess over time it's got, you know, a fair amount of dust in here, and yeah, probably built up and jammed it up. The brush, and I would suspect, comes straight out. That was a lot easier in the end, wasn't it? So this all drives in the one hit. So the one motor drives the brush and the heads, because whenever you turn the brush that way, it drives the head on that side. So the gear that's stripped out would have to be inside of here. Is this a repairable part? Oh, let's find out though. Yeah, that's definitely a bad gear in there. You can hear the grinding of mashing gears. Here we are back. Right, how do we open this? Let's get into, let's zoom out of here for a second. A bit more, so that way there's less chance of me running out of the camera. Let's see if we can get it open now. Here's half a chance to get it open. There we go. So that piece, any crunching? Oh, I'm going to guess that's where the crunching is. This one, any crunching? Under pressure? No. This is not the part that's failed. This is the part that's failed. Yeah. Very much crunching, grinding gears. And I reckon this is a one-piece deal. Oh, has a clip there. Might be able to open it. I reckon you can get the motor out of there too. Let's have a little look, shall we? Yeah, that should be able to come off. Let's have a look. Is the clip gone? Any more clips? Oh, there's a screw down here. That'll do. Oh, there's actually two screws here. One there. One there. Aha! And we're in. Alright, let's zoom in here for a second. Alright, so what we're looking for is some mashed gears. Now, gee, they're tiny. What's happened here? There's the mashed out gear. Right there. You see it's all broken off on the back side there. Try this as a pointer. No. That is a pointer. And it started to go on this side here. So, this might have failed because of one gear. Like, I reckon it's probably a $5 part to fix this. There's another gear. There's the gear that's the culprit. And obviously the motor, yeah, there's the motor damaged at all. Let's have a look. I'm going to say no. There's nothing wrong with that gear. Okay. This gear, whoops, hit the camera. This gear is the one that died. Like, you can see this part, it's no bigger than my fingernail. Like, the fact that most people would throw away this vacuum because of this really $5 part. So, what do we do from here? Well, we get a couple of choices. We pull it apart, we know what's wrong with it. I was quite happy to junk it, but look at that, that's almost an identical gear. Actually, that is an identical gear. Yeah, that one went there, that one went there, and the motor one went there. So, what's failed on this? What has failed on this? And why did it fail? Well, it looks like why it's failed is, come on, focus, focus. I think why it's failed, this gear is supposed to slip on to this section here. And I think, sorry, I'm working with the camera. I think what's happened here is when that gear's been on that drive, it's got some slop in it over the years, wore itself out, become loose, and then once it's loose enough, it starts to spin on the gear, and then it's catastrophic from there. So, I'm thinking of replacing this part. I'd seriously doubt whether this part would cost any more than a couple of bucks. I just put a new battery in the vacuum, so let's get online and find out. So I've just come back from online and I'm undecided whether this is going to be a parts machine now or, you know, we spend the money to fix it. Now, as you know, that is the gear that's gone. So to buy this gear, you have to buy this motor piece. So I don't know if it's worth fixing it. That's how the little gears go back in. Nice and easy, and then that went on there. Which way around did that one go? That went on there? Or that way? That went, I'm going to say that way. Yeah. So basically, that's your gearbox. You have to buy this one part. Now, I'm hearing you say that, okay, so that's one part, so why not replace it? This is like $75 delivered, and I can pick up another unit for, you know, 150 if I wanted to. It's just a matter of, do I actually want to put this unit back together? I don't know, to be honest. Just, I don't know if it's worth it. So I'll come back and I'll think about it. I actually started to put it back together. I thought, well, maybe you want to see how it goes back together. So if we were pretending this was a new motor. So let's just do just that for the moment while I'm working it out. Hang on a second. Somebody wants me. Okay, can we put this thing back together? Well, why not? I say, if I can remember how it goes back together. Oh, excuse me. So that one goes in there. And there, like so. A couple of little screws. You still in the screen? Yep. Right. Not that one. Try that one. I think when you get the motor, do you get this part as well? I'm not sure, but anyway, this is repairable. This vacuum. It's just for a $60 part. Now we'll put that to one side. Okay, now we're all set up again. Now, can I put this piece back together? We will probably put this back very similar to the same way we pulled it apart, which is basically, let's put the motor back. Right, so put the big ones in here. Always wind back just a little bit, and then you can hear it catch the thread. That's it, she's home now. In. See that little, then forward. This is the screw where we had to pull this motor out. Pulled out the sensor because we weren't sure. Let's put the sensor back in there. Yep. Don't fall. Again. Get a little flick, then go forward. Get that turn, the little tink. That makes sure you're not going to cross thread it. Sensor's back in. Let's see how this one goes. And so like that. We will put the big screws. How about we put one there to hang on to it. I mean, I actually quite enjoy pulling this stuff apart anyway, so I like to learn about it. Someone else might need to know what it looks like inside or how to fix something. We will put the guard back. Looks like that goes in a particular way, like so. Forward. Okay, then we have this crappy little guard, which, you know, looks like it doesn't do much. Get these wires out the way. Yep. There, so that sits, just sits there actually. So this basically must come out and the motherboard to replace that motor. I don't know whether you can get away with it. I don't know. No, you definitely can't, because that whole unit's got to come up. So if you're a bit afraid of touching these, which I can understand, just take your time, and as you've seen, I was struggling with it. Pair of pliers and away you go. So now basically we just fit this back the same way we took it out. In you go. That's it. Use the right screws for there. Here, you just wanna just enough to send it home. That's it. You don't want to overstretch that. Just enough to. It is a motherboard, so you've got to be a little bit careful with it. No, you can do it. Go again. That's it. These plugs are a hell of a lot easier to put in than they are to take out. So basically, push and send it home. Don't go too crazy. Send it home. Line her up. Send it home. We did have a couple over here. Line her up. Send her home. And this is why we left him roughly the right spot. There. This one went in there. Okay, now we've done this side. Double check it. Come back. Same on this side. You don't have to force these. There's really nothing to force. So you line them up and click. Line them up. And click. Line it up. Click. Now there's two here on this side. Can only go on one way. So line it up. Click. They all in? Looks like it. This one here is for the underside of the other one. Is for this one, this plug here. Just double check all the wires. Nothing is out of the way. That one there should be slipped up over the top. Then we just want to double check the ring. That's better. Locate it to your home. That's it. That's nice. So now everything is where it should be. Grab the top. It's going to be hard to put that cable back on, so you have to hold it. Get your cable. Line her up. Nothing to force. And then click it home. Let's drop these in with the stronger magnet. See how it went left? Hear that one little click? Drew him up. Click, forward. Go reverse for it to drop in, and then click, go forward. As soon as it's just one click, that's it. Forward. One, two. That's all that's left here as far as screws, so nothing got left out. One on that side. It's a good way to tell whether you've actually left one out. I did not get the motor for this, but if I was, and I still might, but if I was, I would probably still put this back together, because by the time it takes for the delivery to come with the new motor, you could have all these bits and pieces all over the place. And it takes 10 minutes to pull one of these apart Okay, so there's no extra pieces here except the lid. Try open that up, on, around, line her up. Get the back half in first, like the outer edge, and just pop it in, and then there we go. Nope, this one wants to have a bit of fun. Here we go. And then outer edge, inner edge, outer edge, inner edge, outer edge, inner edge. Lift, outer edge, inner edge. Lift, outer edge, inner edge. And then the back is back together. Flip it over. Put the brush back in. Which one is it? This way, isn't it, I think? One of them goes in. It's this one. Over and in. That one gets locked down. This is an old machine, as you can see. Okay, so then the other brush, they have a locating point on these, so just turn it until it locks. What you can also do is to make it easier to open this, put the brush on so the brushes are actually not in your way. Grab the skinny one again. Gee, they're long screws for these. As we've seen, it does actually hold the motor at the other end too, so that one's done. That one's done. Done. All back together, and you're wondering, is it going to work? May, because it doesn't have the new part. I don't know. Let's find out. Here's the remote. Here. Oh, hang on a second. I turned it off. So. Wait for it.
Zigzag mode. Please empty the
There you go. So it does still work, just the gear's no good. Just to recap, what am I going to do with this machine? I mean, it's very easy to pull apart, and obviously once you pull something apart once, it comes very easy the second time. I reckon I could pull this down now in about 5 minutes. Now I've done it once. I had no idea how to do it at the start. That's why I mucked around with the chainsaw and that. Am I going to replace that motor? Maybe. It's been a good machine. And you know, it's done a lot of years and still got a lot of work done. And for $60, I can get it working again. Let me know if you think I should fix it. I don't normally do those, but on this one, I'm going to ask you, let me know if you think I should put the battery in and get it going. Now, while I'm here, if there's anything else you want to see how to fix this, let me know and I'll show you how to fix it as well. Alright, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming to Mr. Bravo's workshop, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Just before I go, I notice on the camera this is flashing. It's actually not flashing. It's flashing on the camera, but it's not flashing.